I grew up in the 90s skateboarding, and I was the kid whose dad had a video camera, and because of that, I started filming. Being from San Diego, I spent most of my time at the Santee skate park, which when I was growing up was kind of known as the drug park.
Fist like you. If I fight you, I bite you like Mike Tyson. We street fighting. The money, pussy, plus the glamour, none of it's exciting.
Drugs be damned, I was there to film skateboarding, and I started getting known as the filmer at the park. It was one day at this specific park where I left my board and my camera to go take a quick piss, and when I came back, everything was gone. It broke my heart, and I quit skateboarding altogether that day. Fast forward through time, I've always been a gamer, so playing skateboarding games was a no-brainer. But once again, the big thing was filming for me. It's not so much being able to do tricks or being the best at, what I can do in the game. It's being able to put a realistic spin on my footage. And that is what this tutorial is about. What's up, everybody? It is Nick Havoc, and let's make your SKATER XL clips look more realistic. First things first, you obviously need some clips, so if you don't have any lying around, go skate. Once you have a trick that you already like, I'm using this very simple board slide, is just figure out how you want to frame your image. Now, the way I achieve this on PC is I use a mod called XL Graphics that allows you to add chromatic aberration and stretch and contort images all on their own inside the game. We've actually been lucky enough that a guy named JD uploaded a ton of presets. I think there's 18 in total of different actual real cameras that have been used for skate filming for years and people. So I'm going to go ahead and just position behind this little planter box over here and kind of act like I'm on a tripod ball head following the board. The way I accomplish this is I make sure to keep the board and my feet as the center focal point of the image. I'm focusing specifically on the board and how smooth and easy the board side looks, as well as getting that nice green sunset in the background that gives us that little lens flare. And the way I noticed this flare was just be watching my clip back and kind of using the sticks on my controller to create my own idea as how the cameraman would follow it if I was personally doing it myself. What I will do then is once I have an idea, that's when I start keyframing. I generally don't go in and start slamming keyframes all over the place. I'll generally go to the front end of the clip and put one, and one at the end of the clip. At that point, the camera will then try to interpolate its own movements, and I'll just kind of get an idea as to where it thinks it wants to go. It'll let me then adjust each keyframe and camera position, letting me have the final product be that really smooth panning camera that we want. Now, when it comes to filming lines, I actually will play the clip back in 25% speed, and I will follow my skater using my controller like I would have done in real life. And then at each significant moment where I think the clip needs to have a dedicated keyframe, I will add them as I go through watching the line. Once I've added all of my keyframes, I then play it back straight through and go through and adjust each one individually. Now you have to remember, back in the day when we would be filming lines, personally, I would be on rollerblades. I never followed somebody on a skateboard because it was just too easy to fall off of, and I felt like I had way more control when I was on my rollerblades. Or I could be positioned at the bottom of the stairs with my left leg ready to push off, and as soon as they landed and started to go into their line, I could push off and follow them. This is exactly what I try to emulate when I'm doing lines in SKATER XL. So normally the camera is generally very low, almost on the wheel or the trucks on the ground and almost underneath the deck, as well as following closely but not too closely, because in reality when I'm on rollerblades I can get out of the way a lot faster than I can on a skateboard, so I can follow somebody a lot closer when they're doing a line. There's really not that much else to it. It's kind of finding a camera preset you like and just learning how the keyframes and the camera splining inside the game works. Watch movies like Osiris's The Storm or Fulfill the Dream, or even just go to YouTube and search how to film skateboarding like a pro. Network A has one, I believe the Ride channel has one. There's a lot of them out there that you can just kind of get an idea as to how you as a filmer but also a player in this game can make your footage look and feel realistic. So the end note here is going to be for console players. Console players, you guys are already at a significant disadvantage not having the extra maps that we do on PC or the mods we do, but that doesn't mean you can't make quality clips. personally, the way I look at playing console on Skater XL is how I played Skate 3. I used to under-pop my ollies to make them look more realistic. I also used to flip slower so that it would be harder to land tricks and look more realistic as well. I would say if you're a console player is to zoom your camera out a little bit more when you take clips and get in closer on the player. You're not able to have an actual fisheye, but you're able to have somewhat of a wide angle lens. But that is all from me right now, guys. I will be trying to do more tutorials. I actually did like making this video. Now I have a kind of a better idea of how I want to do these. Feel free to throw a comment down below, and if you guys want to see the next series in this or any edits I put out, make sure to follow me on all social media. Hit the subscribe button down below and the bell to know when I post. I'm gonna take off, guys. See you later.